So, yes, Mama Mia's. What's happening? What is going on with my Mama Mia's? Let me go ahead and go on here real quick because, um, yeah, we got to check in for sure. So, my 5 year old, my 5 year old he just turned five. He just turned five in February. He is off, almost, almost off the kindergarten. And it's been a struggle, okay? It's been a real life struggle with him. He been in preschool for 2 years, honey. And it's been a real life struggle, but safe to say, I hope it's safe to say, my baby got his stuff together. Yes. He got his stuff together and he ready to roll. He ready to go to kindergarten, all right? So, anyways, if it take a village. It take a village to raise a child, all right? It take a village, and sometimes you got to be okay with finding your village and asking for help and asking for support. Like, you cannot be afraid and you cannot be so independent that you feel like you got this. Like, and you, don't get me wrong, you got this, but it ain't nothing wrong with needing a little extra help, okay? It ain't nothing wrong needing a little extra support, okay? Do you understand? Because it made all the difference in the world. Even just as a parent, like, being a parent, it don't come with a guide. It don't come with, oh, you do this and you don't do that. Like, it just doesn't work like that. So a lot of times as parents, we try our best. We want to be our best. But sometimes we don't know how or what that really look like. But what we do know is, we do know with our childhood, we do know how we want to be different parents, like versus how we grew up and the techniques and the things that our parents did and how they raised us. A lot of times we want to do the opposite of that. Some stuff we want to keep depending on how your childhood was. Some things you okay with keeping as a parent to your children, but some things you like, oh well, my mom operated like this or my dad did things like that, and I don't want to do that with my kids because I know how that felt, or I know how it didn't really work for me the way that they probably thought it did. So I'm going to do something different with my child. So we don't really have these guys. We just really have our experience. We just really have the things that we know, you know, that we want to do, and just how we want to parent our kids, right? And so I've learned that even through support, even through help, a lot of times I didn't know how to handle my son. Um, because he's different. He's different from all my other kids. And I know as a parent, I know how I am and I know how impatient I was. And so needing to be extra patient with him was a challenge because he having a meltdown. I'm impatient, so I'm getting ready to have a meltdown too. So both of us is just emotionally out of control, which is not gonna get nowhere, right? So being able to like have him work with somebody else and being able to like um just overall learn and hear different techniques and different options and opinions and different strategies from somebody else really helps. Like, it really legit works, and I've learned that. And like, I think he's been working on this since like November, and I see such a huge difference in him. Like, he's just like a completely different child, and it's all thanks to me saying yes to some support. It's all thanks to me saying yes to an extra hand and somebody to just come in and just be like, why don't you try this? And okay, that's not working. How about we try that? And it's like, to me, like, to me, it just made all the difference in the world. So don't be afraid to like seek help or ask for support or need support. Like, don't feel like you have to figure everything out on your own. You have to figure everything out by yourself. Like, you legit don't have to do that. Like, there's no rule in no rule book that say you have to figure this out and you cannot ask for help and you have to do it this way and you have to figure it out. Like, there's so much support out here. There's so much help out here. There's so much that you can really use and utilize and call upon when you really need it the most, period. So that's that. I'm not going to get off into a whole rant, but you will be seeing more. You will be seeing more. And I'm super excited about the new season that's upon us. And I feel amazing. And I hope you do too. And, it's not always like that though. You don't always feel amazing. You don't always feel like you killing it. You don't always feel like you got it in the bag. Like sometimes you struggle. Sometimes things don't feel good. Sometimes you're in a dark place. Sometimes you're in a gray area. And that's where, you have to be courageous enough to just seek out some help. So it's your girl Sadie, and I'm going to be back with more. But be on the lookout and take care. Take care of yourself and the babies.